Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your monthly money and finances forecast. Thank you for being here. Gemini, I got finished with a lot of videos for money and finances, and I made them really long, not by intention, but realizing in hindsight, I want to make it shorter. We're going to start here with you. So let's get the shorter version going. Let's see what you got going on for your money and finances, Gemini. When I was doing the pre-shuffle for you, Gemini, the moon popped out. So you may be experiencing some fears, some uncertainty, some uneasiness. There may be some confusion connected to your money. Maybe about what you need to do, what you need to spend, what the cost is going to be for what you are trying to achieve or that you're focused on. There may be some, you may be trying to get clarity because you like everything laid out and clear, and so there may be some issues with your ability to ascertain with regard to your money how it will fluctuate as a result of what you are dealing with. We're going to take a look using the horseshoe spread and see what's in your recent past, present, future, your attitude and energy towards your money and finances, what your concern about your money and finances is for the month of November 2019, what your challenge is with your money and finances, what your likely outcome is with your money and finances, and the overall energy. Please keep in mind, if the messages resonate, great. If they don't, that's okay. But it may be a good idea to take a look and see, because it may be something that hasn't come up yet, and it may come up. So let's get into your messages, Gemini. It's also possible with the moon energy showing up, you're getting clarity about what needs to be spent or what's getting done money-wise. Okay, at the end, we're going to take a look at some guidance towards your money and finances, as well as a piece of guidance towards your business and entrepreneurship for those that this is pertaining to. So you have the Three of Pentacles in the recent past, the Knight of Wands in the present, excuse me. You have the moon showing up again, but in your future. You have the Page of Swords as your attitude and energy towards your money situation. Your concern with money is the Six of Wands. Your challenge with money is the Devil. Your likely outcome is the Queen of Swords. At the bottom, you have the Five of Wands as the overall energy surrounding you and your money and finances. So there may be things you're trying to achieve, Gemini, that you are trying to take action with, that you're very passionate about. And you may be experiencing either some changes in your circumstances or changes around your money, but the two are still connected, right? But there's some sort of strife. You may be experiencing some, you may be struggling within yourself about some changes that are happening or you need to make, or you're trying to make some changes here. But change is happening here, and there is some uncomfortability around it. There is a bit of an issue. Now, you're either going to be able to focus on how to change it or adapt to it or move away from it. Okay? Confidently. Now, in the recent past, you do have the Three of Pentacles. So this is about work or what you're working on in terms of building your money and finances. Spirit, tell me more about this Three of Pentacles in the recent past for Gemini. What is this Three of Pentacles in the recent past? What is this Three of Pentacles in the recent past? What is this Three of Pentacles doing in the recent past for Gemini? Thank you. Chariot. So with the Chariot here, you could have been dealing with a Cancer or have this energy in your chart. But there may be you, this is maybe you moving. But you are, in the recent past, working on your money and finances, trying to build upon it, trying to create what you want here. You may be working together with others connected to your money and finances, or something at work happened with your money and finances that you were working on and wanted to see progress with and forward movement, and you do see that victory because the Page of Wands is underneath. So this is getting that response, or this is you recognizing or seeing a new action or direction take place with regard to what you're working on for your money situation. Perhaps there was a discrepancy at work, or something owed to you, or something that may have needed to be corrected where there was a challenge around that, or there was a tug between you and who you were dealing with, or within yourself about seeing something work out that involved others in order to have that forward movement to overcome the obstacle and the challenge and to steer something in a direction and arrive to the destination that you wanted to reach. But this is you working something out in the recent past connected to your money and finances. Now you do have the Knight of Swords. So with the Knight of Swords, you're seeing movement. So whatever happened in the recent past, you're seeing movement here. Action was taken to see movement for that progress to happen. Tell me more about this Knight of Wands. Now you could be dealing with someone embodying the Knight of Wands energy. But let's take a look. Spirit, tell me more about the Knight of Wands. What is this Knight of Wands doing in the present, current situation? What is the Knight of Wands doing around Gemini's money and finances, current, present situation? What is the Knight of Wands doing? I still feel like this is pertaining to a actual physical move, or this is pertaining to actual physical travel. You may have been trying to work on sorting things out for your money matters to be able to do this physical move or this physical travel. Now with the Knight of Wands, you do have the Ace of Cups that came out. So there's movement here in action towards some new opportunity or offer you may have received or been able to obtain. This could also have something to do with a creative project, but you have the Four of Cups underneath. So this is something that there was some discontentment around, some dissatisfaction with, but you finally got an opportunity here, an offer being presented to you, or you were able to obtain it. And so it caused a new emotion for you, a new feeling. This may have been something that you struggled to try to receive and you really had to work on to do, because this Knight of Wands is looking down, kind of looking down towards this Three of Pentacles. So whatever you were working on, you're able to move away from it because you're able to get that opportunity that you were working for. Also here, like kind of fighting for. Now, this could have been something connected to family or relationship, or this is just how you were feeling towards what's happening with your money situation. So in the future, though, you do have the Moon. And remember, I said that this popped out when I was doing a pre-shuffle for your spread. So with the Moon energy here around your money, this is a time where you need to be very mindful not to make any major money decisions, okay? Because you don't have all the information and something is going to be revealed to you. So this could be an unexpected expense or an awareness to some sort of blip or mistake, or where the adjustment may need to be made, or some information or news comes in, or some understanding that allows you to relieve the uneasiness. But in the future, this is you having intense emotions as well towards your money situation. It's possible that your money may be fluctuating in an extreme way as far as you're concerned. Tell me more about the moon. What is the moon doing in the future, Spirit? What is the moon doing in the future regarding Gemini Collective's money and finances, please? What is the moon doing in the future, please? What is the moon doing in the future? This may be also you trying to following your intuition. I feel some of you may not have been following your intuition, and now you are. What is the moon doing in the future for Gemini around their money and finances, please? Thank you. The Hangman. So with the Hangman here in the future, you're dealing with perhaps some delays, some uncertainty. You might be frustrated by your circumstances that your money has to be involved in. With the Hangman here, there may be some hold up, or you trying to figure things out with sorting things out around how to go about your budget and plans. There may be some things that you need to stop spending money on, or just stop some spending in general while you're waiting for clarity or needing things to clear up around what's going on for you that your money may be involved with. Underneath that, you do have the World. Something has come to a close, or there's something that you're trying to achieve, but something is coming full circle here with the World. Okay, the World can talk about you trying to deal with or embrace an opportunity or have success. You may be trying to cash in on something here, but this feels like there's some concerns around an opportunity, and you may be experiencing delays with that Hangman energy. Things are not clear as it has to do with how your money needs to play into things. There may be some confusion or uncertainty or uneasiness, because whatever you're doing, as much as you're trying to plan for it and have success and mastery over the situation with the World, you are aware that something could come up that can be an unexpected expense or cause some sort of change that will affect your money situation. And so that causes you to feel uneasy, because you may have a lot of money going out with this Knight of Wands. And going out quickly towards something in particular concerning perhaps an opportunity or offer, or as it has to do with a move or travel. You might be trying to buy a car, but this is a time where you need to hold off in the future, because there's something going on here that you don't yet see. That information has to be revealed. You're only seeing things in part, so be careful. Your attitude towards your money and finances is the Page of Swords. So with this energy, your attitude is you are trying to come up with new concepts towards having success, towards what needs to be cut, but definitely your main focus is to protect your money and finances. You feel a sense of needing to protect your money and finances, to guard it, to keep, any negative aspects at bay or far from your money situation. You also may be feeling like your money is being cut due to expenditures. Spirit, tell me about this Page of Swords. What is Gemini Collective doing with this Page of Swords? Is their energy and attitude? Thank you. Yeah, Ace of Swords. So this is you wanting to make sure you have clarity. You get to the truth of things. You have a breakthrough. You want to make sure that you're not dealing with a double-edged sword where what you're trying to cut cuts you. This is you perhaps getting communication, or this is around you needing to have a new plan. But you have the King of Swords underneath. So there may be some sort of decision or plan you're trying to execute, and you are, with this King of Swords energy, dealing with perhaps some sort of major decision, or you may be dealing with someone that is a professional with this King of Swords. or this is someone that you are connected to by relationship or some sort of connection that involves your money. But you're trying to make sure that you see everything clearly and everything is done in decency and in order. And you want to execute your plans. Now, your concern with your money is whether or not you're going to have some sort of victory over the struggles that you are facing or the changes that are happening around your money or in your world. You may also be concerned about whether or not you will be able to recognize or acknowledge where things may need to be addressed or dealt with that could be a potential problem around your money and finances, or to be able to respond quickly if something arises. Well, you're concerned about whether or not you'll have victory. Spirit, what is the concern of the Six of Wands for Gemini? What is the concern of the Six of Wands for Gemini? What is the concern? For some of you, you may be concerned about communication you get from an authority figure that is making an adjustment to your money in some way, whether to add to it or to take away. But with the Six of Wands, you do have the Eight of Pentacles. So you're concerned about whether you have the victory or something will work out, and your ability to be prudent with your money while you do it. Because with the Page of Pentacles, there's something new you're working on or something you're doing, or you may be trying to get more information. But there's something that's new being implemented, or you're building something, or there could be something concerning a child. But this is also perhaps something to do with what you are gaining here, whether it's money or a situation that's happening where your money is connected. With this Eight of Pentacles, you also may be very busy and doing a lot of hard work. And you may be concerned about the details around your money and finances. You don't want any mistakes or mishaps or miscalculations. Your challenge with your money and finances is the devil. You could be dealing with a Capricorn and have this energy in your chart, Gemini. With the devil energy here as your challenge, this could be you experiencing some blocks with your money or some limitations or restrictions. With the devil energy, you could also be bound to something or trying to do with your obligations. There could be the challenge of overcoming your fear. There may be the challenge of overspending or excess. You may also have the challenge of little to no support. But it's also possible you could be experiencing what feels to you like a crisis, or maybe a crisis to you, around your circumstances connected to your money, or just your money directly. Now, let's take a closer look. Spirit, what is the challenge of the devil? You may be having the challenge of being empowered, or the challenge of being able to control the money. What is the challenge of the devil for Gemini? What is the challenge of the devil? What is the challenge of the devil, please, for Gemini in their money and finances? Thank you. Four of Swords. The challenge of how to put something that feels oppressive around your money and finances, or the challenge of how to take care of your obligations or fears, or the challenge of being mindful of your spending by what needs to be considered. If all the considerations are on the table, and being able to be aware of all of those considerations and contemplate ways to deal with this devil energy. You may have the challenge of trying to avoid being stuck. Underneath, you do have the Eight of Cups. So there is something you may be moving on from, or trying to, or you're just experiencing some emotional unfulfillment at this time where your money is concerned. Gemini, because of some sort of obligation or something that you feel oppressed by, or something that you are perhaps experiencing some fear around. But also here, the challenge with the devil may be you trying to figure out how to live in a more balanced state in relation to your money and expenditures. And you're trying to put something to rest that with this devil energy, you were stuck with this devil energy. Yeah. Or you feel stuck. Or you don't want to be stuck. But this is you wanting to be empowered and control the money. Your likely outcome is the Queen of Swords. I like this. The Queen of Swords detaches from emotion and focus on the logic of the situation. And with this Queen of Swords, that's what you are doing, or who you are dealing with is doing this for you, in order to come up with a plan for how the money needs to be dealt with and handled and managed, so you don't find yourself stuck or find yourself in a bind. And to alleviate any fears or concerns, but to also be empowered to what am I hearing? That's your spending power. You wanna have be empowered with your spending power. Know what you're doing, what you got to work with, what you have to work with, how you got to work with it. But the Queen of Swords is your outcome. So this is you having a logical plan for your money situation. This is you cutting out the bullshit. What needs to go goes. You're not entertaining any nonsense. You want to get straight to the matter at hand and make sure everything is laid out and clear. You don't want any confusion. You don't want anything hidden or missed. You want to see everything with this Queen of Swords. And you do. You will. What is this Queen of Swords doing as the outcome for Gemini? What is this Queen of Swords doing as the outcome for Gemini, please, Spirit? Thank you. The Hermit. You could be dealing with a Virgo or have this energy in your chart. So you are analyzing. You are assessing. You are looking for the best solutions. You are looking to perhaps address hostilities in your world. Remember, you do have the Five of Wands, so there is some sort of struggle. But I must say, with this Five of Wands, even with this struggle, I feel that the struggle is not a huge one. It's just something that perhaps is more of a little bit more than a nuisance, but not something that's critical. I could be wrong. It's your life. You got the High Priestess underneath. So this is you getting clarity. Okay, this is you following your intuition and your instinct. Perhaps this is you actually taking charge, so that you can clear away any confusion and avoid any holdups around your money situation. Perhaps you allow somebody else to drive the money train and work things out. And with Knight of Wands energy, Knight of Wands energy, it's a very fast moving energy, but also it can be wishy washy in and out, or not something or the energy you can really count on, for the stretch. You need to go the distance. So that may be possible too. But this is you getting solutions. This is you analyzing, going within, removing the distractions to yourself or what's going on around you as it's connected to your money situation, and following your intuition. I also feel that with the High Priestess here, not only are you using your wisdom, but you are focusing on gaining enlightenment and understanding, but you may also be rather confidential about your money situation, where you're keeping things close to your chest. With the Queen of Swords and the Hierophant, the Hermit here, And this High Priestess, you may be keeping some secrets or just keeping your money matters close to your chest. But with this Queen of Swords here, you are able to have a logical approach and focus, and I do feel you're able to get things done. You may need to cut things away. So let's take a look at what some guidance is here for you. Also with the Hermit, you may be applying a minimalist approach to your spending and needs in order to execute what you need to do or get done around a plan that you want to see carried out, that allows you to also be mindful of your money and finances and have clarity and answers. Spirit, what is the guidance for the Gemini Collective regarding their money and finances, please? What is some useful, helpful guidance for the Gemini Collective regarding their money and finances for the month? Thank you. You have two cards that came out. The first one is obstacles and blocks are lifted, Gemini. All your good personal work and your positive energy shift has overcome previous obstacles and blocks are lifted away. You will now experience progress and forward movement with your projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. That is your guidance. Focus on removing the obstacles and blocks and know that your obstacles and blocks are lifted. Stay clear-minded. Have a clear plan. Make sure you are aware of what's going on. Remove any confusion or fear. And don't let your emotions rule you at this time. Focus on what needs to be addressed, what needs to be looked at closely so that the solutions can come about for you and so that any issues that can be foreseeable are seen or that you come into can be resolved. You also have, release jealousy, Gemini. What's this? Jealousy is an affirmation that you don't have something, and the universe manifests exactly as you affirm. Let other people's successes inspire rather than frustrate you. If they can have it, so can you. Okay? So release jealousy or any negative pent-up energy concerning your money or your environment or who you're looking at or who or what you're trying to do with your money. Okay? This may be the issue of materialism, the challenge of that, and getting control of it. Let's take a look at what some guidance is for the Gemini Collective with entrepreneurship and business. Spirit, what is some useful guidance and tip for Gemini Collective, business and entrepreneurship for the month of November 2019, please? What is the best guidance message for the Gemini Collective and money and business, please? What is the best guidance? What is the guidance? All right. Ooh, wow. You need all of these? You can't possibly. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And see, I was intending to make these videos shorter. And here you go, do this, Gemini. Well. Spirit feels like this needs to happen. So I guess that's what we're going to do. All right. As I adapt, I feel like that's what you got to do too. You need to adapt. You might be struggling with adapting to things. Anywho, your first piece of guidance is simplify. This is to do with business and entrepreneurship, but this can pertain to your everyday life with your money and finances situation. Simplify. Declutter your home and office. Stop wasting time on busy work that doesn't move your business forward. Okay? Clear the confusion. Broadcast on the air, perhaps. Develop your unique voice. Then get your message out to your ideal audience. Consider starting a podcast or radio show. Ooh, some of you are already thinking that. Some of you were like, wait a minute, I can do that. Well, do it. Do it, why don't you? Attract. Focus on attracting and building relationships with clients who are happy to buy your products and services. That sounds like a plan. Focus on attracting. How can you go about doing that? You also have contribute. Build your authority by creating content for your own website and by guest posting on popular blogs in your niche. Interesting. Blogging, showing. So you want to get people to testify or give a testimony. Some of you might be dealing with somebody dealing with a legal matter. When I said testify, suddenly I felt like there's a legal matter and you might need somebody to speak on your behalf to clear the confusion around something or speak the truth. Anyway, that could be in business or just in your money situation. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You might find you come back to it. You also have lead, coaching perhaps. Develop the best way to work with your clients. Create programs, packages, and products that help them solve their problems. Okay? Help others figure out how to help themselves. Align. Stay in alignment with your core values and your vision for the lifestyle you want to create with your business and your money, honey. I hope these messages help. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Bye.